There is a silent reason why some people are constantly disrespected, and it has nothing to do with their intelligence, or their physical strength, or how much money they have. It has everything to do with what they allow into their mind. Bad news enters. Criticism, other people's opinions, comparison, provocation, imagined fears, and slowly, the mind that should be your fortress becomes an open field, where anything walks in, sits down, and stays. Marcus Aurelius understood this. He wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. The battlefield is not the world outside, it is what you allow inside." Today you will learn 7 mental poisons that destroy weak minds, and 7 invisible behaviors you can disarm immediately. By the end of this video, you will have exact responses for real situations. When someone disrespects you, when someone provokes you, when someone tries to manipulate you. You will leave this video different from how you entered, not because of motivation, but because you will understand the mechanism. And once you understand the mechanism, you stop being its victim. So stay until the end. Write in the comments right now, "I value myself." This is not just a comment. This is a declaration. Write it now. I value myself. The brain constantly assesses social status. Before we get to the poisons, you need one piece of neuroscience. Your brain has a constant job. It assesses your social position in every interaction. This is not conscious, it is automatic. And it happens in milliseconds. The amygdala detects threat. It determines status. It scans for respect or disrespect. Why? Because in the ancestral environment, your social position determined your survival. Those with low status did not survive. So your brain is wired to protect your social position at all costs. The problem? Most people do not understand this mechanism. So they sabotage their own status without realizing it. They transmit insecurity. They lose emotional control. They seek approval. And the brain reading these signals immediately downgrades their perceived status. The solution is simple. Understand the mechanism. Then refuse to broadcast weakness. That is exactly what the Stoics knew. And that is what comes next. Poison 1. The opinions of people who do not matter. Someone criticizes you. Your amygdala fires. Cortisol rises. You feel the need to explain, to defend, to prove yourself. But here is the invisible signal you are broadcasting. You affect me. I need your approval. The moment you do that, you lose frame. Epictetus was enslaved, literally owned. And yet he said, "You may chain my leg, but not even Zeus can overpower my will." What did he understand that you do not? That other people's opinions only have power if you grant them power. A weak mind absorbs every opinion. A strong mind filters first. Does this person have authority in my life? Would they genuinely want me to succeed? If no, their opinion does not enter. Period. The application is immediate. Next time someone's opinion hits you, pause. Ask one question. Would this person pay my bills? Share my struggles? Be there when I genuinely needed support? If the answer is no, archive it. Move on. Do not carry it. Because carrying it signals that you value their judgment. And valuing their judgment signals that you lack your own. Poison 2. Constant comparison. Instagram, LinkedIn, someone else's highlight reel. You open the app for 2 minutes, close it feeling behind. Smaller. Like everyone else understood something you missed. This is the poison of comparison. And it works in silence, like a slow drip. Seneca saw this clearly. He wrote, "We suffer more often in imagination than in reality." But he also understood comparison. You are comparing your backstage with someone else's stage performance. Your doubts with their highlights. It is never honest. Here is what the Stoics taught. The only comparison that matters is one. Who you are today versus who you were yesterday. That is it. That is the only reference point. The application is this. For the next 7 days, every time comparison hits, redirect the question. Stop asking, am I behind them? Start asking, am I better than I was yesterday? One question changes everything. Poison 3. Provocation. Someone tries to trigger you. They want anger. They want reaction. Because the moment you react, they gain control. Here is why. Emotional reaction communicates something. You affect me. I am not in control. The person who reacts loses social position in that interaction. Immediately. This is not psychology, this is neuroscience. When you react emotionally, your prefrontal cortex goes offline. Your amygdala controls you. Everyone sees it. Marcus Aurelius prepared for this daily. He wrote, "When you wake up, tell yourself, the people I deal with today will be meddling, ungrateful, arrogant, deceitful." This was not pessimism. It was preparation. Because when you expect provocation, you are not shocked. And when you are not shocked, you can choose your response. The application is simple. Next time someone provokes you, pause. 10 seconds. That pause allows your prefrontal cortex to come back online. Then respond. Calmly. The person who maintains composure while provoked is perceived as stronger. Every time. And the next poison is even more dangerous because it doesn't come from outside. Poison 4. Imagined fears. What if I fail? What if it collapses? What if they judge me? The mind constructs imaginary catastrophes. Psychology calls this rumination, and neuroscience confirms something fascinating. Your body reacts to imagined threats almost as strongly as real ones. Cortisol rises, heart rate increases, stress hormones flood the system, all because of something that exists only in thought. Seneca captured this perfectly. We suffer more in imagination than in reality. The Stoics had a practice, premeditatio malorum, the premeditation of possible difficulties. They would imagine challenges, not to panic, to prepare. Because when you prepare calmly, fear loses its mechanism. The application is direct. When an imagined fear appears, ask 2 questions. Is this real right now? If the worst happens, can I survive it? Most of the time, the answer is yes, and that realization dissolves most of fear's power. Poison 5. Constant distraction, notifications, scrolling, messages, short videos, constant stimulation. Your mind becomes fragmented. Neurologically, constant distraction weakens the prefrontal cortex. That is the center of deep thinking, decision-making, emotional regulation. It needs sustained focus to work. Without focus, the mind becomes reactive, controlled by impulse. Epictetus said, "First say to yourself what you would be, then do what you have to do." But you cannot decide who to become in a noisy mind. Clarity requires silence. The application is this. For 1 week, protect the first 2 hours of your morning. No phone, no notifications, just focused work. 2 hours of a clear mind are more valuable than 8 hours of fragmented attention. That is not motivation, that is neuroscience. Poison 6. Continuous negativity. Your brain has negativity bias. Negative experiences register more strongly than positive ones. It kept your ancestors alive, but in modern life, it can trap you in pessimism. What you mentally consume shapes who you become. Not your genetics, not your circumstances. What you consume. Zeno of Citium founded Stoicism. He understood something simple. Your environment shapes your mind more than willpower alone. The application is this. Do a mental audit this week. Ask about every input. Does this strengthen me or weaken me? Protect your mental environment like you would a fortress. Because it is. Poison 7. Self-doubt. This is the most dangerous poison, because the others come from outside. This one comes from inside. When you believe I am not capable, your brain adjusts your behavior to match that belief. Psychology calls this the self-fulfilling prophecy. Marcus Aurelius struggled with doubt too, but he reminded himself daily, you have power over your mind. Confidence is not the absence of doubt. It is the decision not to let doubt rule you. The application is this. When doubt says you cannot, ask, what small action today would prove this wrong? Action is the antidote. Evidence builds belief, and belief becomes identity. 5 real-life situations where these poisons attack. Now you understand the poisons. Here is how to disarm them in real situations. Situation 1. Someone interrupts you in a meeting. Your mind goes to self-doubt. Your credibility feels damaged. You feel the need to over-explain, to prove yourself. The Stoic move: pause. Do not react. Continue speaking calmly as if you were not interrupted. Your consistency communicates authority more than any explanation ever could. The person who maintains composure while interrupted is perceived as stronger than the person who reacts. That is how social position works. Situation 2. Someone makes an offensive joke about you. The poison is provocation. Your amygdala fires. You want to defend or internalize it as weakness. The Stoic move: smile calmly. Move the conversation forward. Do not explain why it was inappropriate. Do not get angry. Silence communicates. You do not affect me. That person loses all power in that moment. The one who does not react is the one perceived as strong. Situation 3. Someone demands an immediate answer. The pressure makes you want to prove decisiveness. You rush. You over-explain. The Stoic move: pause. Say simply, "I will get back to you on that." This signals you are not reactive. You are controlled. Rushed answers appear desperate. Delayed, thoughtful answers appear authoritative. Situation 4. Someone tries to emotionally manipulate you. The poison is guilt. You feel the need to prove loyalty, to over-explain your intentions. The Stoic move: acknowledge their feeling without absorbing it. I understand this is difficult. Then state your boundary clearly. However, this is my decision. Do not justify. Do not defend. A boundary stated without explanation is a boundary that holds. It signals you do not need permission for your own choices. Situation 8. Someone boasts about their success while you are vulnerable. Comparison poisons your mind. Self-doubt follows. You want to defend your position. The Stoic move: genuinely celebrate their success. Then refocus your mind on your own progress. Ask yourself, am I better than I was yesterday? That answer is what matters, because comparing yourself to others is comparing your day 1 to their day 10,000. It is never honest. The silent rule of respect. Respect is not given. Respect is perceived. And what determines perception? Control, presence, mental discipline. The human brain reads these signals automatically. Those with high cortisol, those who over-explain, those who seek approval, those who react emotionally. The brain downgrades their perceived status immediately. But those with presence, those who speak less, those who move with purpose, those who do not need approval, the brain upgrades their perceived status. The mechanism is invisible, but the results are visible. People treat them differently. People listen to them. People respect them. Not because they proved anything, but because they controlled what they broadcast. Those who have value do not need to prove it. They simply embody it. And the world adjusts accordingly. Write in the comments one more time, "I value myself." Because that is not just a statement. That is a commitment, a decision, that you will no longer broadcast weakness, that you will no longer allow poisons into your mind. And when you stop allowing them, everything changes. Not because external events improve, but because you stop letting them control your internal state. And that is where real power lives. This is the Stoic equilibrium: reason as a way of life, virtue as strength, and discipline as the path. See you in the next video.